Hashtag rap, hashtag rap, hashtag rap, I'm a leader. Hashtag rap, hashtag rap, hashtag rap, I'm a leader.
Yo, I'm a leader. You know leaders and readers, book readers and knowledge seekers. We're creating a generation of independent thinkers, the truth speakers. You know books are magic. They help make believe that you could make it. We're elevating minds, we're cultivating minds. Stick your nose in a book. While worrying, you can find peace of mind and knowledge in the library.
Hashtag rap, hashtag rap, hashtag rap, I'm a leader. Hashtag rap, hashtag rap, hashtag rap, I'm a leader.
Hey, this ain't nothing but a flash in a pan. Hlakanipha ntwana yam, hlakanipha mfana kithi. I get high on books every turn and lessons the mind. Through the pages I slice through like a hot knife through butter. Hey, this is only the beginning. Pick up a book cool. Hey, this is nothing but a lifestyle ntwana yam.
Hashtag rap, hashtag rap, hashtag rap, I'm a leader. Hashtag rap.
Hello you leaders out there, this is your boy once again, SKNzuza, and today we are joined by a leader, a massive leader, Mr Kwandile Skhosana. So how are you? Fresh. So could you kindly introduce yourself to our audience out there and explain who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Kwandile Skhosana, resident of Davidson. I'm interested in literature, I'm interested in education, but yeah, so I'm mostly known for my work in community development because I really want to see townships like Davidson prosper one day through education. So my work is purely through education, and I hope that one day I can see the development that I want to see in the world through the spaces that I occupy.
Good and very wonderful. So would you kindly explain to us what is your organization and what are you about as an organization?
Yeah, so I started off with Davidson Book Club.
Davidson Book Club, yeah.
And then I registered Rudo Institute, which is an organization that I co-own with Sarah Madigan.
All right.
So Sarah Madigan and I were privileged enough to go to certain schools where other people couldn't go to.
True. Yeah.
But that was a problem.
Okay.
Because
in what way was it a problem?
Because you realize that your friends, your neighbors, have never seen a lab.
Okay.
Have never done experiments to the extent that you have done.
Okay, sure.
They have to dream and envision certain things. They've never held a novel. They've never read books that you have access to on a daily basis.
True.
Then you realize that there's a problem in terms of education in certain areas. In certain areas, there's certain benefits that people get. So how do you then change the landscape of education?
Sort of like the sort of loopholes.
Yeah.
So true, yeah.
So I speak English. My friends can't speak English.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying there's something important about English, but it's a business language. So you hope that everyone would be able to know and understand the language.
Yeah.
So realizing that, we then came back and said, how can we use the tools that we already have to use them in the societies that we already live in?
Okay.
So Davidson Book Club was then started to build a reading culture among townships. Then we started libraries, 14 libraries. We ran book hackathons, readathons, workshops, masterclasses, all of that. But then we realized also that there's a problem again.
There's always a loophole that you need to fill in.
You know? The city of Ekurhuleni is the largest contributor of unskilled laborers. Meaning that our people aren't going to schools. So there's only 38% of people that have a matric certificate. And only 12 have graduated from a university. That means there's 88% of young people that don't have a qualification of their own. But when you look at what are the reasons why people aren't graduating from university, then you realize Ekurhuleni doesn't have its own university. We have satellites, we have HAL, we have satellites of UNISA, but those institutions are too small to house the population of Ekurhuleni in its entirety. And those satellites are housed in Davidson. Davidson is not a big township as you find with what KwaZaduza,
Sure,
KwaThema,
sure.
Duduza, Foslo, and all those
Yeah,
areas.
the other areas, yeah.
And then Tembisa as well. So
Sure.
where are the students from Tembisa going?
Yeah.
Where the students from KwaZaduza are going?
Yeah.
So you realize that because of those problems, either people move to Joburg and start
Yeah.
contributing to the economy of Joburg,
Yeah,
and then they move elsewhere because they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
get education. But why
Yeah.
don't you have those educational instruments in the townships that we live in?
yeah.
So basically, our thing is to provide solutions to those loopholes you were talking about
True,
in terms of education. Yeah.
That's the reason why you started the
Yeah.
whole movement, Ruru.
Yeah.
So, with starting of all your organizations, how many lives have you changed? How many lives have you changed in the sense that how many people are you working with?
Yeah. So it's only 2 people that are formally employed.
Oh, okay.
It's myself and my business partner.
Alright.
But every now and then when we have campaigns,
Yeah.
when we have workshops, master classes, we always employ people.
Oh, okay.
But so let me just give you the numbers. We've trained 500 people in project management.
In project management.
Yeah. We've trained. Now we've had 3 cohorts of business development,
Okay.
SETA creative courses. We've had, in those classes, we had 10 in the first class, 11 in the second class, and then 8 in the third class. So now we're going to have one in December as well, where there's going to be 300 young people in that space that will be trained in SETA accredited courses.
Oh, okay.
So and also we've planted fruit trees, dealing with food alleviation, and also teaching people about climate change.
Okay.
And giving people that educational tools.
Yeah.
We've done that in 192 schools in Ekurhuleni.
Oh.
We've taken 300 kids to the Free State, to a national park.
Yeah.
We're taking kids from the township that
Yeah,
have never been
yeah,
to a
yeah,
national
true,
park,
true.
to take them and explore those
And
things,
expose them to things that they've never been exposed to
You
before.
know?
True?
Because you and I know certain opportunities,
Yeah.
but it's only because someone exposed them.
Yeah.
Exposed
Exposed us to those opportunities. Yeah.
But so that was us doing that to kids coming from townships, to take them to those different areas, especially the Free State, to let them explore and then come back with their minds broadened,
Oh,
to do the things that they wish to do with their lives.
That's beautiful. As #Rap, we have massive respect for this leader right here. We have massive respect for you. As a reader yourself, if I may ask, how many books do you think you have read so far?
Yeah. So I made a challenge a few years back.
Yeah.
I think I was in grade 11
Okay.
when I made this challenge to myself that I'll try and read a book every week.
Meaning, each and every week you
So
read
every week I'm picking up a new book.
a new book.
And sometimes it's not necessarily books. So I read like books. Sometimes I read like journals.
Yeah.
I read dissertations that have been written by other people, policy documents. So yeah, but I read every week. I read different.
You read different material. Meaning, approximately you read over 50 books in a year.
Yeah.
Let's approximate probably over 45 books a year.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. The likes of Titans are the ones who do such things. The likes of Ed Foreman. Yeah, Ed Foreman reads, I think, around about 5 hours a day. Yeah, he reads a new book each and every week. And currently, what book are you reading, and what can you share with our viewers out there?
Yeah. So I'm
#Rap, #Rap, I'm a leader. #Rap, #Rap, I'm a leader.
Yo, I'm a leader.